Can you show something horror clips for us?
Ha!
Wow, I scared.
Ha!
Your deed is your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, namaskar and welcome. It's me Mahalaxmi. You guys are watching the Mahalaxmi show. Today we have film director and storyteller Marco Tamayo. Let's welcome him.
Oh, hi.
Marco, wow.
Hi, Mahalaxmi. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. I'm doing fantastic. I'm just, living my life and just doing everything that I can to survive. And just and specifically doing what I love, which is movies and videos.
Can you tell something about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm a filmmaker and storyteller. I'm originally from Mexico City and I moved to the States in 2004. I have a completely different background. I went to school for hospitality management, and recently I pursued my film production career in Orlando, Florida, and it's just been such a journey because there's so much competition and specifically in this area there are not many opportunities for film, but I mean I freelance, I do video production and one here and there short films. So yeah, I mean that's what I do.
How long have you been working in film industries?
Since, well, I went to school here too, but you can say uh, 2004, 2010, yes.
So what kind of film you direct?
I mostly direct comedies, short comedies, documentaries, and right now I'm working for short horror film. It's a project for me. It's called Brujas, which means witches in Spanish. Me coming from this Hispanic Mexican and culture with lots of traditions, we love horror stories, and there's always been tales about supernatural beings in the forest. So that's something that really kept my mind super interested in, and I'm writing something right now. It's in process, like for me to put it in a script, but I need to do a couple changes. So yeah, it's a project coming.
So what kind of scenes you want to do?
I want to do horror and I want to do documentaries, and of course here and there video production.
So what made you pursue filmmaking?
When I was a kid, I always had a passion for movies. One of the things that I loved and remember is going to the Blockbuster video every Friday and just picking one of horror movie from the horror aisle, and I just that thing just gave me goosebumps. Not just because I was gonna be scared, but oh, it's a new story for me to watch. I wanna know more about it, and the way I always look movies, yeah, I get involved in the story itself, but my mind was like, how do they do that? How was that monster created? So I was always interested in that. So that definitely gave me the interest in.
How people can be a director?
Anybody can be a director. You don't need to go to film school. There's this misconception that you need to go there to become specifically a director. You only need to know how to talk to people, how to communicate to people. Actually, I didn't know this before, but the director job is just mainly in directing the talent, the actors, just to keep it real and simple. But of course, in pre-production, the director is the one in charge of is the whole idea, the whole vision of the director, how the movie is gonna look like, sound like. So it's a really challenging job, but I mean that's something that I always really had an interest. Um, I mean, you can have a different project, somebody else wrote it, and you can just direct it. So there's always going to be your input into the film. Hmm.
So you came from Mexico
Hmm.
and now you are working in film industries.
Hmm.
How difficult being a part of film industries?
Well, it's always going to be difficult because, me coming from a different country where English is not the native, language, there's always, for some people, could be the language barrier. Um, but I think it's challenging in all ways to everybody because there's, again, a lot of competition. You just need to know the right people and know to do the right job all the time and just be likable. That's it. That's the truth of whatever. I believe whatever you do, you just have to be likable and know how to be a team player, um, and that will get you far. But I think I always thank my parents because they always put me in private schools where English was a second language, and I I guess I don't have to deal with that communication aspect. But still, it's always going to be a challenge because you don't know how people will treat you or what perception they have of you. So yes.
So did you feel any discrimination here?
I don't think so. Thus far, and what I've been doing is just, I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't worked in those great film productions. I'm sure there is, in every way, but that's something that if I have the chance, do it. But I think there's discrimination everywhere, not just because you're Mexican, but or how is your skin color or your religion or your sexual preference, or my accent. There's always gonna be that, no matter what.
President Donald Trump, he want to build wall in the Mexico border.
Mhm.
How do you think as a Mexican citizen?
I think it's a waste of time and money because it doesn't really gonna affect illegal immigration. It's been documented that a lot of illegal immigration come. There are people who are overstay their visas. They come here as students. They come here as interns with any jobs, and they just overstay. So maybe it might reduce the number of people coming and crossing, the border of Mexico, possibly. But there always people will find a way. And I just think it's a waste of time and money, which is paying with my tax dollars. That's all.
What is your greatest challenge?
My greatest challenge right now is having steady projects because having an idea and a concept is not going to help much even if you have the equipment to do a film or a video. You need money behind it. um, Filmmaking is not just a one-person job. It is a multiple team job. So people, they won't work for free. So having the money that cash for your films is always gonna have the problem because you're not rich. You are not gonna have this money and this help from other people. So a lot of the times you have to go and make your money yourself. But of course, first you have to pay your bills like any other human being, and you survive.
Looking for somebody to invest money in your film?
Investing money is something that a lot of people do. I just haven't.
That means you are looking a good team.
Yeah. I mean, a good team, they will come to you once you have the money. That's no problem. The problem is having someone investing in your film.
So, do you need a producer?
A producer, yes. I
Doing
mean,
a producer.
a lot of the times producers bring the money for the budget for the film, but a lot of the times they get the money from hedge funds, from other people who are interested or just film lovers. But yeah, you sometimes you need more because things will cost money. Maybe you need more days to shoot the film. Maybe you have different ideas where the story want to go, and those little changes can cost you a lot of money. So yes, there will be a challenge for me.
So, who is your favorite film director?
Steven Spielberg is definitely my one of my idols and somebody who I want to become like, as well as Guillermo del Toro. Why? Because they have a vision and it's well seen in a lot of their movies. You can watch a movie, oh, that's Spielberg, oh, that's del Toro. I think we share a lot of in common with what they've directed and what they have passions for with me. Mhm.
Can you tell something about your upcoming project?
Yeah, so right now I'm just developing a story about, this is a short horror comedy. It's called Witches. That's something that I am in the middle of the process. Also, I'm working in a documentary right now. I'm helping a friend who does travel in Central Florida. They want to do like a documentary thing going on there. So that's also one thing there. But if you want to learn more about what I do and my upcoming projects and recently projects, you can go to marcotamayo.com and you'll see more over there.
So people can watch your movie?
They can
marcotamayo.com.
they cannot watch my movie
I
because
mean, like a short movie, right?
yeah, they can watch other videos that I work on, but specifically when working with movies, it's not like okay, I did the movie, and you can just see it on my channel. There's other people involved in these films, and like producers, and they may have deals with other, film festivals who they're like, okay, we're not gonna have this film showed until we show it first. So after that's done, you can find films in my website for you to for you to see.
So you guys are process for film festival.
Yes, recently I've produced a short romantic comedy called Save the Date, and we're doing film festivals right now. So yeah, we're really excited. I didn't direct it. A friend of mine directed it. Her name Rachel Zimmerman. She's awesome, and we've been working in some projects together too.
Oh, you guys are a team.
Yes, we're a good team.
So which film festival it will be?
Well, we've applied for the Orlando Film Festival, and we want to do this Melrose Center Film Festival. We've applied to many, even in New York, but it's a process.
So there is so many film festival.
Yeah, I mean.
What is your greatest achievement till now?
Oh, my greatest achievement. One of my biggest achievements is winning the Best Video Award for the 2017 Orlando Human Resources Conference in Orlando, Florida. So all of the chapters of human resources in all Florida, every year they do a video, different theming. It's usually a music video. So we did it at the time. It was a Grease music video, and I shot the video, and I edited the video, and we had a lot of fun, and my video was picked all over from lots.
Oh, that's good.
It felt good.
Yeah. That's
So
good.
yeah,
That's good.
and that was prior going to film school. So yeah, so I knew there was something going on there.
So you are doing step by step and getting the achievement.
Yeah, it's one step by step.
That's really good. So do you have family support?
I do. I have a wonderful husband who is so supportive. Actually, if without him, I wouldn't be like doing what I love. I would have continued my hospitality career, which is great. I love helping people.
Why you switched the hospitality job to film career?
Because at the time, moving from Mexico, my parents wanted me to just make money, get a job, make money, pay the bills, and whatever you want to do, you can just do it on the side. So I did that many times, many years, and there was a point that I was like, okay, I'm living okay, I'm paying the bills, but I just live with no purpose, no mission. I wasn't happy. So it took time and a process for me to realize what I really wanted. And that was my husband. He's a very entrepreneur. He has a very entrepreneur mind. We've done courses, professional, personal development, and then one of those courses was discover what your purpose in life is, what your mission in life is. So it was like, hey, what sets you on fire when you were a kid? But then, you forget the voices that told you can't do that, whatever. Okay, so I love movies. Have you tried to do something about it? I'm like, no. Well, why not? Well, because I couldn't, but now I can. So that took me to the journey to go to school, to become a filmmaker, and now I'm just doing it.
Do you have any advice for young filmmakers like yourself?
I do. Basically, go follow your dream, and you're gonna fail, but remember, there's no such thing of failure, just feedback. Just keep learning and learning and learning, and just be true to yourself, because that's when your true self will shine and people will discover you, and this is how you'll get, into something.
Do you have any message for our audience?
Yes, so you can watch and go to my webpage, marcotamayo.com, and you'll see all the stories and films and videos that I've worked on and currently working on. So, and also watching the Mahalaxmi show. She's amazing, and she's a good friend, and so yeah, she does great things. So
He's a very talented person.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me once again, and it's been
Yeah.
great.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's a great time. Thank you very much watching the Mahalaxmi show. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. We will come next week with another video or with another guest. Bye bye. Stay healthy and happy.
Bye, guys.